Hogmanay also includes a tradition called first footing. The first footing, the tradition states that if a tall, dark, handsome stranger appears at your door at the stroke of midnight with a lump of coal for the fire, or a cake, or a coin, it may be believed that the year ahead would be a prosperous one, not unlike Groundhog Day. A tall, light, or blonde stranger would, of course, mean the opposite. So some say that the fear associated with blonde people in Scotland arose from the memory of blonde-haired Vikings pillaging Scotland from the 4th to 12th centuries. While I too understand the fear of blonde persons, I myself cannot personally guarantee that there are Scottish blondes that are not only non-threatening but quite charming and handsome as well. Many of the local Hogmanay customs involve the use of fire, and it's said that this symbolizes lighting the way into the coming year and carrying the light of knowledge into the future, but it's more likely a leftover from the pagan midwinter rites when fire was very important. Fireball swinging is a custom peculiar to the town of Stonehaven in Kincardineshire in northeast Scotland. Apart from being the central location of the Keith clan, our family's clan, whose tartan we are wearing this evening, as you can see, each one of us here, Stonehaven is also the center for this tradition of fire swinging, which is a custom that's been documented since 1908, though it's believed to be much older. It involves local people making 40 to 60 balls of tar, wire, and some flammable material, paper, rags, twigs, pine cones, bits of coal, etc. And each ball is then given to the swinger, who swings the flaming ball around his head like a lasso. And there's a rope or a wire is tied to a chain sometimes too. And each ball is made as heavy as the weight, or as heavy as each swinger feels like he can handle. They can be anywhere between 5 and 15 pounds in weight, and can be up to 3 feet in diameter, so it's about this big. And the swingers treat it as a show of strength, the Scots would do, competing to see who can swing his ball for the longest time, and harder swingers can keep it up for about half an hour, they say. The procession of swingers goes through the streets of Stonehaven, accompanied by pipes and drums, and it ends at Habra when any balls still burning are thrown into the water. Large crowds come from miles around to watch the spectacle, which is extremely impressive, and particularly on a very dark, moonless night, it can be pretty awesome. So, in all, Hogmanay combines elements of ancient with modern, and the celebrations have a unique Scottish flair that allows Scots to first observe Christmas, as befitting their English neighbors to the south, followed by an invitation to the English, as well as the rest of the world, to celebrate the new year in a grand old way. In the words of traditional Scots toast at Hogmanay, a good new year to one and all, which means a good new year to one and all.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell them about Carol?
Carol.
Yeah. Tell them about Carol.
Oh, Carol the ancient Yuletide troll?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It's a joke.
My turn. I thought of all by myself.
Can I play now? and hunting the leaves so green. Here we come for wassailing so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you all wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God bless you and bless you. Hogmanay is, of course, celebrated on New Year's Eve. Whether you're at home with family or among the heaving crowds on the streets of the cities of Glasgow and Edinburgh, you are assured of the warmest welcome that will make you forget the frostiest of nights. On the city streets, celebrations start in the early evening and reach crescendo by midnight. Minutes before the start of the new year, a lone piper plays. Then the bells of Big Ben chime at the turn of midnight, followed by lots of kissing, while everyone joins hands and sings Auld Lang Syne. Should auld acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should auld acquaintance be forgot and Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. The words are written in Old Scots, the language commonly spoken in Scotland until 1707, when Scotland's Parliament dissolved itself and was merged with England. The words were adapted by Robert Burns, Scotland's national poet, from a traditional poem. Thanks to Scottish immigrants to the United States, we continue to sing this song at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve. A rough translation from the Scots into spoken English would read, should old friends be forgotten and never remembered? Should old friends be forgotten and days gone by? For days gone by, my dear, for days gone by. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for days gone by.
Thanks, guys.
I thought it was because moving targets were harder to hit.
Hey, Mom.
Who's that?
All right, what's the difference between a flute and a trampoline?
There's absolutely no difference.
Take off your shoes before you jump on the trampoline. And Dad, how do you know when the stage is level? The drummer's drilling out both sides of his mouth.